Good morning, everyone. I don't know about you, but the Beatitudes is one of the most difficult teachings for me personally to live out in our modern day culture. It was such a revolutionary, countercultural teaching, the entire Sermon of the Mount for those first century Jews, let alone for us in our culture, because it calls us to live completely different from what we see in our world today. Our beatitude for today comes from Matthew 5, and it's the verse that says, "Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be satisfied." You see, we live in a world and a culture where everyone always talk about their rights and what is right in their eyes. And when you infringe on their rights, they always would say, but it is my right to do XYZ. It is my right to say XYZ. I have freedom of speech. I have human rights. But this teaching of Jesus, the Sermon on the Mount, the Beatitudes, calls for us, followers of Jesus, Christians, to say, I have given up my rights to do and live as I please, so that I may do and live as God wants me to live. In this teaching, Jesus is challenging us to look away from what is righteous and what is right in our own eyes towards what is right and what is righteous in His eyes. We have to look at what God wants us and how He wants us to live. And so Jesus says, blessed are you when you crave after, when you desire, when you live and walk in the ways God wants you to live. You are blessed when your hunger, when your desire is to please God and to do right in His eyes. Blessed are you when you align your life, your work, your family, your heart, your mind after the things of God. Proverbs 21 verse 21 says it the following. It says, whoever pursues righteousness and love, that person finds life, prosperity, and honor. Whoever pursues righteousness, whoever makes righteousness according to God's ways, whoever makes righteousness their goal, that person finds life, prosperity, and honor in other people's sight and in God's sight. Friends, you and I will be satisfied. We will experience fullness of life when we try our best to live the way God wants us to live, and not the way culture wants us to live, and not the way we and our selfish nature wants to live. As people of God, as citizens of heaven, we know that this world, what we see, what we live in, this world is only our temporary home. We are citizens of heaven. And we this world is not all there is for followers of Jesus. And that is why it is so important to keep our eyes on Jesus, to keep living the way He wants us to live, to hunger and thirst for the way He wants us to live. As Paul says it so beautifully in Philippians 4 verse 8. He says, friends, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is excellent and praiseworthy, fix your mind and your hearts on those things. Don't look at what is right for you. Fix your heart on what is true, what is noble, what is right, what is excellent, what is praiseworthy in the eyes of God. Even if other people around us don't do it, even if other people don't fix their eyes on what is true and right and lovely and excellent, we as citizens of heaven, we hunger and we thirst after the righteousness of God, and we will have fullness of life. Grace and peace to you all.